Guys, so instead of today's vlog being about my day, which was pretty boring, I'm basically going to give y'all an insight on how I started DJing. If you're not interested in DJing, just skip this vlog. I'm not trying to promote myself in any kind of way. I'm not trying to demean others, if you take it that way. But I came from the ground up. Nothing was given to me. When I was 15, I met a DJ over in Gainesville, not stating names, and told him I wanted to become a DJ. So he pulled out his techniques and showed me how to mix, beat match. He was asking me about music, what all I knew. Because I was in band, I knew what bars were, I know what phrases are. So the music aspect of it came pretty naturally. The DJing, it was just getting technique down. After he taught me how to mix, he's like, look, I'm going to show you gear. I was 15. Didn't have a job. I was still in high school. And he was showing me techniques. Told me I had to get a laptop. And all the, speaker stands. I had to get a table. Stuff I didn't even think about. He showed me everything, and I'm like, I'm not going to become a DJ. It's way too expensive. This is where y'all might think I had a handout. It wasn't. Over the course of a couple years, my mother and my father agreed to buy my first set of DJ equipment, but I had to pay them back every penny, and there was no bartering like, hey, I'll clean the house for a year. It was like, no, cash. We need money back. You buy this equipment from us. Until you pay it off, it's still ours. I went out and started mowing lawns with my father. Started off small. He had a riding lawn mower, a zero turn. He used the zero turn, and keep in mind, these are not commercial mowers at all. These are residential mowers that we were using to go mow. So just about every dollar that I made mowing, I paid my dad. I was like, okay, so I made 20 bucks here, here's 15. And I keep 5 for myself because I was driving at the time. So I had to learn, okay, paying off bills, getting my own equipment, and it really burned into my mind a business perspective of this business, of any business. You have to spend money to make money. The first set of DJ equipment was $650 after mowing just on the weekends. After a year, I paid all $650 of that off, and I was able to put gas in my tank. We only ran one ad in the advertiser. Everything else was word of mouth, and I based word of mouth on my DJing. How I advertise my DJing is not through Facebook, YouTube somewhat, but I don't put any money into it. I put time into things. My business is all based on word of mouth. Only ran 2 ads, and both of them failed. I didn't get any calls out of the 2 times I ran ads. If you do a good enough job, people will hire you. No matter who you are, no matter what your profession is, if you do a good enough job, your work will speak for itself. If you work hard and you do good work, it will show, and it will always come back to you. Now, fast forward a year, I wanted better equipment. I started off with a CD player, a dual CD player. Didn't have any kind of laptop. I was playing off of an iPod and my computer. I didn't know anything about like PC DJ or virtual DJ at the time. I had an iPod in one, a laptop on the other side of the mixer, and a 19-inch Gemini crossfader mixer. Is 6-channel. It didn't have effects on it. It wasn't the Radio Shack version. I would go back and forth in between, and that was whenever I realized it's not so much technical skills that rock a party, because a lot of the party goers could care less unless if they're DJs themselves. Whenever you're doing parties, it's really about the music, and that's what I realized at that point. My second piece of equipment was to get rid of that big crossfader, my iPod, and keep my laptop. Ordered the Behringer BCD 3000 off eBay, won it for 80 bucks. I got that 80 bucks from DJing those past 4 gigs. So I was taking my money, putting it back into the business. And I remember I started doing weddings then. I had 4 weddings my second year, 2 Sweet 16s, the CHS JROTC, and the Relay for Life. That was my second year DJing. was not a successful year, but it didn't stop me from like DJing. Like, I never once came home and I was like, yeah, that party was awesome, but I didn't make no money, because it's never been about the money. The money plays a part, but if your heart truly is with the music, it is never about the money. My third year, this was whenever I learned about Serato, and I told myself I wanted to get a better controller, no latency, bought a Toshiba laptop, and the Vestax VCI 300 MK2. So my third year, it's funny how this happened. I DJ'd a 13-year-old's birthday party. I knew his grandmother. His grandmother was the front desk receptionist at the middle school I went to. So she started telling me about her son. She's like, oh, do you know my son? Have you heard of Monster Clothing? And I was like, yeah, I've heard of it. It's a big business. It's based out of Lake City, isn't it? She said, yeah, it was founded here in 2009. So after the party's done, he came up to me and told me he wanted me to DJ at his gym. Started DJing at the gym. 2, maybe 3 weeks later, got a call from Tony. He wanted me to DJ for Monster Clothing up in Ohio. Keep in mind, I'm 17 at the time. I'm not even legal. Hang up the phone. I go talk to my dad and my mom. Hey, this guy that I started working for wants me to start DJing for him up in Ohio. Like, he wants me to come with him up to Ohio. So, is that okay? And my dad looked at me and he's like, look, you've been doing this for how many years? And you haven't been traveling. Like, you know, like I traveled outside counties maybe, but I've never been out of the state of Florida DJing. He's like, take it. Take it. Take the chance of it going good or bad. You never know what will happen. Fast forward to nowadays, I have my dream set up. I mean, minus techniques. But I use turntables. I have my own booth at Future Fitness. I travel with Monster. They sponsor me to DJ for them. I get clothes. And this video is not meant to promote them in any way. But you should check them out. They have some awesome clothes. And Monster Clothing is how I started DJing bodybuilding shows. I DJ'd Tony Curtis's bodybuilding show here in Lake City, here in Gainesville, and in Daytona. Eventually, I met Tim Gardner and a bunch of other promoters. During the whole course of this time, I'm losing weight. I ended up losing over 120 pounds. But over the course of time, I met all these promoters. 10 months out of the year, I travel DJing. It is so humbling to be able to tell my story, to really see where I come from. Remember, guys, there is no such thing as luck. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I was prepared. From the minute I take a gig, I am 100% prepared. If there's an opportunity waiting for me at the end of that event or whatever I'm doing, there's an opportunity, I am prepared to take it. I work my butt off every single day to make sure all my music's caught up. All my equipment's working. I dust off my equipment. I clean off my equipment. There is no such thing as working too hard. There's no such thing as working too smart. You work hard and smart, and you prepare for the opportunity that's waiting for you whenever it is. You'll always be ready. You'll always be ready to take that chance. Hope you enjoyed the vlog today, guys. I know it wasn't really too much of a vlog. It was more of a backstory on me, more of a bio kind of thing. But I told you I was wanting to vlog every single day, that I was going to, and I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure a vlog goes up every single day. And with that being said, guys, take care.